1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 2, 3. Yeah, did it right. Hello everybody, my name is Rolak and welcome back to Pokemon Leaf Green. In the last episode, we made our way to the watery route of Route 20 and onto the Seafoam Islands where we got a legendary bird Pokemon Articuno. In this episode, we are going to be continuing along this route, starting with this trainer right here. We're also going to train up Executor because we still don't have a name for her. Yeah. So yes, we are nearing, we're getting actually pretty close to the end almost. There's going to be a huge like side tangent, like a whole like side mission portion of the adventure in a short moment. More or less likely after we defeat the next gym leader. But we are getting quite close to the end actually. Excuse me. We're only 7 levels below the next gym leader's strongest Pokemon, but it's better than nothing. It also doesn't help that we're fighting a lot of water types where the gym leader is not going to be effective against. No. It's unfortunate that we're fighting a lot of water type Pokemon because we need to level up Kubiku mostly because Kubiku is actually going to be the carry for the next gym. Sort of like how she was in the first gym. And she's also going to be carry for the next gym as well. Water types are pretty much all you need throughout the last 2 gyms, pretty much. I guess that's why they give you so much in just a huge water route to work with. But with that, Picnicarine. So with that, instead of mostly just skipping over all the fights and just playing music and stuff, I am actually, do I have a repel equipped, first of all things? Yes, okay. I'm actually going to go over all the Pokemon that you can catch through different means in this route. Starting with fishing, and also starting with Pokemon that we have not gone over before. The first Pokemon that I'm going to go over is, actually I'm going to go over Tentacool. Tentacool is the only, I'm pretty sure it's the only Pokemon you can find when you're surfing. Tentacool is a water poison type and can range from levels 5 to 40 depending on where you are. Tentacool, honestly, is a really good Pokemon for how common it is. It's sort of like a Zubat, almost, where you encounter it a lot, yes, but it's not a bad Pokemon by any means. Once it evolves into Tentacruel, it becomes like a beast of special defense because it has such a good, like, it has a good type. Being water poison type, being immune to, or not having a weakness to grass. And special defense wise, it's really, really good. So I would recommend if you are looking for a water type, definitely pick up Tentacool. However, you are going to need a water type to use Surf, so that could be, actually no, some Pokemon don't need to be water type to use Surf. So yeah, that's Tentacool. The other Pokemon that you can encounter here through fishing, starting with the Good Rod, is Horsey. I don't know if I've gone over Horsey or not. I'm just going to go over him right now. Horsey is... Honestly, I've never actually used a Horsey, nor have I really seen a lot of people use the Horsey family line. It's a pure water type for the first 2 evolutions. Once it evolves into Seadra, it gets a bit better and whatnot, as expected with any evolution. But once it evolves into its final evolution, Kingdra, which, by the way, I found out recently that before you finish the main game of Fire Red and Leaf Green, it is actually impossible for you to evolve Pokemon into the Gen 2 forms and whatnot. So there's that. Seadra can only be evolved by training with an item called the Dragon Scale, which we have not even seen yet, nor do we have the means to train, so yeah. Kingdra, honestly, really good Pokemon. It's type advantage, its type being water dragon type is really good. But unfortunately, you're more or less likely not to get it in the main game of anything. So there's that. We've gone over Krabby. Psyduck, Slowpoke. Yep, and that's all of them already. You can also catch Gyarados with Super Rods as well as Kinglers, oddly enough, a Psyduck and a Slowpoke for some reason with a Super Rod. It is what it is. I don't think we've ever gone over Shelter, though. I don't think we can really encounter Shelder. I haven't really been able to see Shelder. So, you know, I'll just go over Shelder for the sake of going over Shelder. So Shelder, base, I don't think it's a water type because I keep using Brick Break against it and it's not super effective. Shelder excels in really good defense for its evolution line. Once it evolves into Cloyster via Waterstone, I believe. Oh, bumped the mic. It is actually quite the strong Pokemon. It's got great defense, and it's got a nice array, what's it called? It's got a nice, what is it called? It's got a nice move pool. Being water ice type, it learns a lot of good water and ice type moves. Good for Surf, good for like Ice Beam. It has a signature move, icicle thing, I don't know. It's got a signature move where it just launches a bunch of icicles in a row. It's kind of like a bullet seed for ice types. It's really good. So yeah, Cloyster, pretty good Pokemon. Never really used one myself. Kind of wanted to use one from time to time, but I've just never had the chance to do so. What with the whole surfing and fishing and whatnot. That's kind of the downside of fishing and surfing, is that more or less likely you'll have another water type by then. So it's really by late game, once you encounter all these like really good water type Pokemon, you already have like a water type Pokemon in your team. Like for example, I have Cubicube, and that's just my starter, and that's to be expected. But it's really weird how they do a lot of the water types. Most of the the most common water type you're gonna find, which can't even really be that good of a Pokemon, is Magikarp, and Magikarp is Magikarp. Like, it's not that good of a Pokemon on its own, but once it evolves into Gyarados, it gets pretty good. But that's like your only water type for the entirety of the game until you get to like late game with some improvements to your fishing rods and when you actually get Surf. But by then you already have like a decent Pokemon on your team, with being on your team since like the beginning. And honestly, Gyarados is not a bad Pokemon by any means whatsoever. But it's really weird. It's a bit weird that they do that kind of thing from time to time. I think Generation 5 has it the worst, considering that there is only like 2 Pokemon that appear while like surfing, and it's like one of them is not really good. But it is what it is. I think Generation 4 might have it a bit worse too. Actually, no, there's some water types that you can find that's going to deal a lot of damage. Or not. Flail is supposed to deal damage based on how much HP you're missing, but I guess it's not gonna. Can we move on, please? Okay, there we go. So yes, we are nearly done, hopefully. Are we nearly done? Let me see how close we are. Oh yeah, it's like just right around the corner. So one more trainer fight and we should be able to get in there by now. Use Cupicoo to use Surf again. In fact, it should be just, yep, right there. And there's one last trainer for us to fight. I'm just going to cut this person out entirely, because it's not really all that necessary to do so. I'm actually going to use Coop because I need more experience on her. Hello. Alright. And with that, we have made it to Cinnabar Island. It's a pretty small island, not a whole lot going on, but it's got what it's got. It's got what it needs to be. It's got what it has to. I'm not good with words in any way whatsoever. It has all it needs. It's got a gym, it's got a Poké Center, Pokemart, got 2 special thingies to go about it. Let's actually see what's in this building over here, because I do not remember what this building is. Pokemon Lab. Okay. Study Pokemon extensively every day. Okay. What is this? Meeting room. I don't think I've ever actually been in here. No, I am not. Oh, okay. Yeah, don't actually show us it or anything. Also, I think I should. No, I think I should also bring up something about trading Pokemon in game. It's a bit different from obviously how it works in actual trading. The way it works is that if you trade a Pokemon, oh no, metronome. The way trading works is that the Pokemon that you trade, the Pokemon that you get from the tradee, I don't know. The Pokemon that you trade for is the same level as the Pokemon that you Okay. I'm going to try to explain this as best I can. So when you try to trade a Pokemon, it's going to be the exact same level as the Pokemon that you trade with. So if you have like a low level Pokemon, then you're more or less likely going to get a weaker Pokemon when you trade it. Anyway, this guy. So this guy actually gives you... This is the Resurrection Machine. So this guy actually revives your fossils. I was mistaken and thought it was actually the Pewter City museum where he does it, but no, this is where it goes. We'll just transfer that to the box. So yeah, this is where you can revive your Ammonite or Kabuto. What level is the Kabuto actually? Is it even really worth it? Like if you want it? Let's see. It's level 5. It's not worth it. Like maybe if you could revive it like when you got it, like back at Mount Moon. But it's level 5. It's really not all that worth it to get this Pokemon now. It's kind of disappointing, honestly. You have to train so much of it. I mean, you can use the Versa Seeker and whatnot, but just mildly disappointing. Anyway, this right here is the Pokemon Mansion. It's also where there are new Pokemon. I'm going to have to look that up real quick. Okay, for here you can actually encounter quite a lot of Pokemon. You encounter, you know, Rattata and whatnot. Excuse me. Damn. So you encounter Rattata, Eradicate, whatnot. You know, that. You can also find some Vulpix. If you're playing Leaf Green, you can find Vulpix. If you're playing Fire Red, you can find Growlithe. Also, if you're playing... Oh, jeez, this is confusing. If you're playing Leaf Green, you have a higher chance of actually encountering Grimer and Muck. Oh my god, right, I remember the gimmick of this place. So remember there are trainers for us to fight. So I'm just going to cut this guy out. Alright. So yeah, Grimer, Muck, Coughing, Wheezing. And it's on the lower floor, but I'll go over it anyway. Another Pokemon you find here is a new Pokemon that we have yet to actually see. I mean, we did see it, but it was during a montage. Is Ditto. Ditto is one of the most interesting and unique Pokemon you can find in the entire game series. What it does, it has the unique ability of copying the Pokemon that is currently battling. There's only a few downsides to it. One, that you actually have to be faster than the Pokemon that you're fighting for it to work. Otherwise, it's just going to instantly kill you because Ditto itself does not have good stats. It does get a bit better in the later generations when it has a hidden ability called Imposter, where upon switching into battle, it instantly becomes the Pokemon that it's fighting, just by going into battle. So it's a lot more helpful there. Not so much helpful in this generation. It's a very interesting Pokemon. It's very unique, but it just doesn't work out in this generation due to how... Actually, no, it could work out in the generation. I'm not too sure. Definitely not using it for my team. That's for certain. Considering I already have, you know, my whole team fought up and whatnot. But yeah, Ditto is it's an interesting Pokemon. Definitely like take note of it. Ditto is also only used for pretty much just breeding purposes and whatnot. All right, so the gimmick with this area is that let's see, July 5. Okay, here's another thing. This is South America. How is there America in the Pokemon world? New Pokemon is discovered deep in the jungle. First is Lieutenant Surge, then it's these guys who apparently have found South America. We're just not going to bring that up ever again, I guess. I wonder if they changed that in Pokemon Let's Go. They must have, because that doesn't make any sense anymore. I mean, it kind of made sense back then, but now it's not really possible in any way whatsoever. How the Pokemon world has been developed and having, like, about 8 different regions. So it's really not going to work out. July 10th, we christen the newly discovered Pokemon Mew. These guys have apparently found a new Pokemon to experiment with. What is this? Max Potion. February 6th, Mew gave birth. We named the newborn Mewtwo. I'm gonna chat that Ninetales, and it's a bit challenging. Alright, so I think that's as far as we're gonna go up. Nope. You're think about this stairs also. Okay, so we want to press this switch. The switch actually opens and closes a bunch of different doors. Like, for example, this one's open, and that one over there is closed now. So we're going to go ahead and go up here. Go over here and grab this. Get our iron. A lot of protein items in here. There's no legendary Pokemon to be found here, so we're not going here for no reason. There is actually a reason we need to be in here. Go ahead and press this. That closes that, opens up that. Alright, there's these parts. I'm gonna fight you real quick. Alright, moving onward. Okay, so here, right here, actually, I'm gonna go check this place real quick. Just what's down here. Let's see. HP up, nice. Okay, so the way that this area up here works is that we gotta drop down to the right location. And I believe if we drop down here... Oh, okay, that was right. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, what do we need to do now? Because I remember quickly if... we gotta kind of trick this system a bit. Because we gotta go to a place that's normally sealed off by a door. That we can't get to by normal means, but we have a way to actually drop down into it. I'm actually going to check, where does that other area drop to? That's not the right way. Is it here? Yeah, it's here. Okay. So let's go ahead and activate that. Head back upstairs. Now we're gonna activate this again. Who wouldn't? We're gonna drop down here. Aha! There we go. Banana repel. Battle this dude. Alright, moving onward. We're gonna grab this. Our Carbos, now radar speed. Okay, so here's the annoying part. That right there is an exit. If we go out there, we'll immediately head outside of the entire building. However, if we head back in, we're just going to end up in the foyer. The main entrance. So do not take that by any means whatsoever unless you're done with the area, which we are not done yet with. Also, full restore. I don't think I've actually gone over a full restore yet. I don't think we've actually really encountered one. Full restore is, it's pretty much the exact same as a max potion. Only it, what does it do? It fully restores your health and cures all stat ailments. September 1st, Mewtwo is far too powerful. We have failed to curb its vicious tendencies. Interesting. Okay, so there's that door that needs to be open over there, so we'll go ahead and... Okay, yeah, there's still Pokemon. This is actually the only area where you can find Ditto. It's on the bottom first floor. We're gonna go ahead and activate this once more. Closes that one there and opens up this. And also opens up this one over here. And the guy for us to fight. Alright. And there's statue right there, but doesn't this door close if we just do it? Oh, no, it doesn't. Interesting. Okay, we go ahead and open up this area. That'll get us a TM14 Blizzard. Nice. I was wondering when that would come up. And I think this right here... Secret key, there we go. That's what we were looking for the entire time. And just down here is TM22 Solar Beam. So Blizzard, Blizzard is a very, I think it's 120 power ice type move. It has kind of a low accuracy, but it's really, really powerful. If it's hailing, it's always a guaranteed hit. We need to open up that door again. Solar Beam is a 2-turn attack. One turn you take up charging, next turn you unleash a powerful grass type move. If it's sunny... God damn it. Actually, no, we can just dig, can't we? Pretty sure we can just dig. Yeah. So if it's a sunny day, Solar Beam activates on the first turn. So unless you got something set up there, then that's not really all that necessary of a move, but it's still a pretty helpful move. Alright, and with that, we have actually pretty much done all we need to do for this episode. Go and heal up our Pokemon real quick. So, with that secret key, that's actually the key to the Pokemon Gym. Because for some reason they left the key in the mansion, the abandoned mansion, and for some reason that's how it works. So in the next episode, we are going to be heading into the Cinnabar Island gym, taking on the gym leader, having a good time. See you guys then.